Hey everybody, this is going to be just a quick little video on what to do for if you plan to use this site for some of your programming. Uh, currently, you can get Visual Studios, which is pretty much what my videos that I post follow. But for those who may be using a Mac or perhaps something else, you may not be able to install it properly. I've had a few people with Mac who decided to use Eclipse, and that's perfectly fine too. Just keep in mind that some things might not be exactly the same, but if you need any help with any of that, I'll be happy to help. This, however, is a lot different than the others, so I thought I would just go through a couple of ways how you save it and turn in your projects and stuff like that. So first off, you can create an account, which I have done, but I'm going to go in without logging in. Now, when you do it without logging in, there's a save option here, and all it does is log you in. And what I've come to note is there actually isn't a way to save your file. I played with this a little bit, and I saw the save. I didn't make an actual account originally, so I thought, oh, well, looks like you can save your files. Apparently, you can't, at least not from here. But there are other ways you can do that. I have some code here. I can run it, of course. Boop, there you go. And you can save your projects here, which you should make an account if you're going to use this. And it's not a bad idea maybe to make an account anyway, because then you could play on this pretty much from anywhere. Even technically on a tablet, if you felt so inclined. That would be a little too annoying for me, unless I had a keyboard, but you can type in all your code. Right now, currently, I'm in the Java version of this. I kind of want it to be the C++ version of this, so I'll go ahead and sign in real quick. There we go. And then I can create a new project, which you'll have to do for anytime there's a video, there's a lecture, hey, make this. This is where you would do that. You can go ahead and throw in the names, the date, the name. It's the same as my other videos and whatnot. I hit create. It'll go ahead and create. Now, what I want this to be for is C++, theoretically. So if this defaults to something weird, let's see, create a file with extension .c Java, Python. You can do multiple different languages for this. I'm going to go to the main page here. Start coding now. Nope. Oh, it just pumped me back out. Let's see if I can't back it up. Oh, no. Well, never mind. We're just going to go to create account. Or rather, sign in. There we go. Now we're in the right place. Yet again. And obviously, it seems to boot you out pretty quickly if you back out of this. But now, I created a couple of projects already, and they are in C++. So you'll see the dot. If we want C, it's .c. If I want to create a new one, we'll just go back to my, don't do that, new project. I want it to be, all right, so .cc for C++, that's fine. If you're using, I would say, Eclipse or perhaps even Visual Studios, I think it ends up being .cpp, but whatever it asks for here, just go ahead and do that. So .cc, I suppose. So I would say test.cc, for example. When I hit create, it should make it for that. Now, if I go ahead and just do a new project, more tests, and I don't put a .cc here, it looks like it defaults to Java for me. So you'll see that's Java. And any projects I have are here, and you can name them. Preferably, naming them would probably be a good idea. Let's see. Titled. There's another Java. I should have named mine. There we go. Okay. So you should be able to do whatever code you want to do here, whether it's including, I think I showed you how to get rid of the extra standard output thing here. And you can run it, and of course it runs. Now, as far as turning it in, I was under the impression originally that you could save like file, save as, and export it out. And apparently you can't, at least not in any way that I found. If any of you know a way, go ahead and let me know. But in order to get around that, we can just simply do this. Notepad. And I just copy, paste it over. And then we'll just save it. File, save as, one, documents. And instead of a .text file, I will save this as, you know, like tests dot, and then whatever, they said CC, right? So if we go through here, I've got Python files here, which are .pys, but I'm going to name this .cc. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be CCP or something, but I'll double check that just a second. But if I save it, it should be saved as that. And I can open any of these up as long as we, you know, as long as we're there. So documents, we'll scroll on down real quick. Okay. Oh, wait, I can probably just do this. Date modified. .cc. And if I double click on it, it asks me to open it in Visual Studios. So I can open this in Visual Studios, and I should be able to see it if you've named it at least that. So there we go. Ta-da. As you see. And I'll go ahead and close that. So that should be fine. I'm almost certain it should be like CPP, but I think in the other videos you'll see what the name is. It doesn't really matter as long as I can see the code, honestly. You can run it here, so this is only really for those people who want to use this. As long as you turn in the code for me, then that's fine. Oh, and I should also point out, I have set most of these to turn in .zip files. And the reason for that is the Eclipse, the Visual Studios, they require like the whole project to run. So that's multiple folders and multiple files, as I think I've shown you before. You can just right-click on this and send to compress zip folder. And I believe there's a similar way to do that on a Mac. Just Google create a zip folder or zip file. And there's also Chrome as well. If you happen to have that, you could technically use that as well. And then just submit that zipped up file like that. There it is. Submit. So if you want to use this again, it should work for most of what we're doing. I think if we got into some GUI stuff like later at the end of the semester where I show you how a couple of those work, that may not work. I'm not sure. But everything else that we do for the entire pretty much semester should work. So that's your kind of rundown for Codiva.io, so you can work on this if you want. And again, there are other sites you could probably use too if you wanted to try those, and if you wanted to send me a link, I can look at those as well. Or I can have a list here of the various different places you could go to do your coding stuff. So if you have any questions or any problems, that's roughly what you'd probably have to do if you were using this. If you're using the other stuff, then by all means keep using that. But if you want to use this, you're going to have to copy, you know, bring open Notepad and paste it over, like so. And then you can save it, be ready to go. All right, that's it.